Today, I just wanted to run through a few examples of different strategies that you can look at depending on what type of service or business that you run. The idea, if you're marketing on LinkedIn, should be to think about what approach can I use to get the maximum ROI on a relationship that I create. So rather than just thinking in terms of a client, you might think in terms of a one-to-many situation where if you build a relationship, they might have access to several of your clients, and that one relationship can create many transactions instead of that one off if you went directly to a client. So if you look at the slide here, you'll see a few different examples. So the first one is if you're a trade, and we've had a lot of success building relationships with trades across many different states and many different applications. So rather than going to the buyer who might be purchasing a home, or they might need emergency services or maintenance, it's partnering up with other people in the industry, builders, developers that have access to several projects, so they can keep feeding project after project over an extended period of time. So that's a strategy you could consider if you're in a trade. A pivot that's really successful for advisory businesses and even agencies like myself is putting on a LinkedIn event, which is a free feature LinkedIn offers, running a Zoom, a Hangout, a Teams, and actually educating the marketplace and solving some of their problems in advance before there's any sort of commercial agenda brought into it. So LinkedIn allows you to invite anyone you're connected to for free, and they can also further invite anyone. So you can actually organically fill up one of these training seminars, virtual catch-ups, whatever you want to call it, without using any advertising spend. So it's really powerful and actually transfer trust, build desire, and increase the likelihood of someone having what they need to make a decision about your services before you go down that path. So that can be a great feature if you're in advisory, rather than approaching people and seeing if they'll jump on a call, educate, add that value up front, and do it that way around instead. Then we have medical specialists. So strategy that's worked great for our clients is pairing them up with other professionals in the industry so they can cross-refer. So that opens up the pathway to get several patients from one relationship, as opposed to just getting one patient from a sort of traditional marketing campaign that you might put out there. A complementary business joint venturing, so it could be a supplement and nutrition store and a gym as an example. So finding other businesses in the local area where what you do complements each other, and doing a cross promotion, a joint venture, a commission, an affiliate, a referral relationship, however you want to frame it, so you can send each other business and grow without advertising through that mutual collaboration. With venues or restaurants, so if you have the space in your restaurant, cafe, hotel, whatever the facility is, instead of trying to get people to come in and book their family in for a dinner or a meal, you could consider approaching corporates and creating a really good relationship where they can run their team days, or they can build their culture by bringing in client meetings and throwing their parties and so forth, holding conferences, and just creating a framework where you can enhance and add to the experience they create for their team and for their clients by the way you position it. So that way you might have a company that books your venue 5, 10, 15 times a year for large parties with large billing, as opposed to just getting that mum and dad and their kids in to sit at the table and order a few $100s worth of food and drinks. So it's about thinking differently with the strategy, and that's been very successful with some of the businesses we've worked with, going for that corporate approach as opposed to just trying to get more people in the door, having that bigger transactional value mindset. And then finally, if you're in a super niche market, you could look at people that have already built large audiences or following. They might have groups or communities or just a large fan base, and actually come to them and build a relationship with them, and you could get a introduction to their audience or their networks for some sort of value exchange that you can offer, and that way you get exposed to literally thousands of potential clients and opportunities from that relationship as a trusted advisor, fully edified, as opposed to, again, trying to do all that manual work to build it up yourself. So hopefully some of these ideas planted seeds for how you can approach LinkedIn differently with your marketing strategy to generate more lifetime customer value or larger transactional value from a relationship, but in a win-win way that benefits all parties involved, so everyone walks away better. from the relationship. If this was helpful, make sure that you subscribe and follow. We try and drop regular weekly LinkedIn marketing tutorials. And if you have a question, put it below. It might be about a strategy for your business. We'll check in and answer it shortly. Have a great day.